Hey, so here's a question for you. Do you consider the word man to be sexist and problematic? Well, I certainly don't. Since men make up half of the human race, I'm very happy about that. But it seems that the Oxford Dictionary of English has a different opinion. So stay with me for a few minutes as I take you through the definition and the etymology of man, starting in 1843. Okay? So here we go. Because it's a wonderful word. So just bear with me for 3 and 4 minutes. This is a reprint of Samuel Johnson's 1843 dictionary. His original dictionary was much earlier, but this is an abridged version. This is a reprint. Here we go, and I'll quickly go through. Man, wonderful definitions at the time. Human being, not a woman, not a boy, a servant, an attendant. It is used in loose signification like the French, a human being qualified in any particular manner. Good, 1843. Now, let's do my 1880 Collins Dictionary. Again, man. From Anglo-Saxon, man, and from Sanskrit, manu, to think. Now we're going to look up more at that derivation of the word man because it's wonderful. Anyway, here we go. An individual of the human race, a human being, especially an adult male person. Then the human race, mankind, sometimes the male part of the race, as distinguished from the female, one of manly strength or virtue, one who is master of himself or is self-possessed. Any person. Good, that's that, and there's a few more. And now, this is my Encyclopedia Britannica, 1911. Okay, man, the word common to Teutonic languages for a single person of the human race of either sex. The Latin homo and the Greek, I can't read it, but I think it's andros, also for the human race collectively, and for a full-grown adult male human being. And then he goes on a little bit more about some other discussion at the time about the Indo-European root of manu, which we'll look at in a sec. Good. Now I'm going to jump straight to 2003, right? This is the Oxford Dictionary of English, 2nd edition. Being very clear on that because I've also got the 3rd edition under this one because you'll be astonished of what is being put in there. Okay, definition 1, an adult human male, and it's got a few extra definitions, you know, about male member of the workforce and so on and so forth, but it comes under an adult human male. Definition 2, a human being of either sex, a person, and also capital man, human beings in general, you know, as in man's struggle for the right to think, you know, mankind, human beings. And it goes on, gives all the verb, you know, to provide a place or machine with personnel, you know, to man a ship, to man a factory. And it goes on with all the various wonderful expressions that we have in English, you know, man of the match, man of the moment, and so on and so forth, right? All our idioms. Then we come to the derivation. We have man, Manian, all Germanic origin, related to Dutch, and again to Sanskrit or an Indo-European, manu, which means mankind. But when you look more into that, you will find that, look online, you'll see various theories on it. And this dictionary actually, which I just used, has to think as the Sanskrit meaning of manu. Here it's got mankind, but if you look into it, you will find that it actually has intelligent being, thinking being, and that seems to be the main Indo-European root. Very interesting, isn't it? But now here's the usage, and this is 2003. Okay, so I'm going to read it out, and it says, traditionally the word man has been used to refer not only to adult males but also to human beings in general, regardless of sex. There is a historical explanation for this. In Old English, the principal sense of man was a human being. Okay, this is the principal sense of the word man, is a human being. Just get that. And the words were and with were used to refer specifically to a male person and a female person, respectively. You know, we have werewolf, man-wolf, With wolf doesn't quite sound as good, but anyway, werewolf works. Subsequently, man replaced were as a normal term for a male person. But at the same time, the older sense of human being remained in use. In the second half of the 20th century, now we get into our psychiatric and psychology business, which is what my channel is really all about. In the second half of the 20th century, the generic use of man to refer to human beings in general, as in reptiles were here long before man appeared on Earth, became problematic. Who says? How did it become problematic? The use is now often regarded as sexist or at best old-fashioned. Who says that the word man is sexist? I mean, the word man has existed for hundreds of years, if not thousands of years, to refer to a thinking being, a human being, an intelligent being, as compared to an animal. So, alternative terms such as the human race or humankind may be used. Fixed phrases and sayings such as time and tide wait for no man, a famous English idiom, can be easily rephrased. Example, time and tide wait for nobody. However, in other cases, particularly in compound forms, alternatives have not yet become established. There are no standard accepted alternatives for manpower or the verb man, for example, like to man a ship. So I found that astonishing, because when I hear the word manpower, I think of human power. I don't think man as in it's got to be men or it's got to be women. It's just manpower, power from human beings, whatever sex, it doesn't matter. So this is 2003. Now, I had to get the 3rd edition to compare, so I had to order it. But it's exactly the same, right? Same definitions, same usage note that I've just read, except towards the end. So 2003, it says here they have not established accepted alternatives yet, yeah? Okay, and here we have, by the end of this, it says alternatives. So this is 2010. Now it says alternatives for terms such as manpower or the verb man exist. For example, staff or employees, and to staff or to operate. So here you go. Man is a fantastic word. It refers to human beings, to mankind, to intelligent being, to thinking beings. I don't know who says that it's problematic or sexist. It doesn't make sense. It's a wonderful word which represents, our society or civilization. So hopefully you've learned something out of that. And it is a long video. It's 7 minutes. And if you've got to the end of this, thank you very much for listening.